Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm doing a top 10 list on the strongest characters in JJK. I think I have a slightly different outlook than most people and the best opinion on such things. This video will have spoilers for the latest manga chapters of JJK and they're gonna come up pretty much straight away, so be on the lookout for that. If a character you think is in the top 10 isn't in my list, they're probably in my honourable mentions. For example, Megumi Fushiguro isn't in the top 10 but he is an honourable mention. And that's just because what he's done in the story isn't as impressive as other characters on the list. However, I do think Megumi holds a lot of potential and will be one of the strongest characters in the latest chapters coming up. This is because when he gets his body back from Sakuna, he's gonna have Maharaga who can cut goddamn limitless. Comment your opinions down below and like and subscribe, it really helps get these videos out into the algorithm. My next goal is 1,036,000 subscribers, so help me hit that. Anyway, let's get straight into the video. Straight into the video after I've just talked for a minute. Starting off at number 10, we've got Hakari. Hakari is a third-year student at Tokyo Jujutsu High, who prior to the events of the Culling Games is suspended for clashing with authority. While away from school, Hakari runs the Gachinko Fight Club. This is a venue for hand-to-hand combat between sorcerers for money. Hakari seems like he doesn't care for other people, but he's very passionate about the motives that drive people. Hakari is widely recognized as one of the most powerful students at Tokyo Jujutsu High. Even Gojo believes that Hakari has the potential to rival his own power one day. Hakari is elite in close quarters combat and possesses serrated cursed energy, so his cursed energy has a rough texture to it that makes it feel like it's ripping you every time it hits you. Hakari is also equipped with one of the most powerful and dynamic domains in the story. His domain is called Idle Death Gamble and he's able to use it to give himself infinite cursed energy over and over again. He distinguished himself in the Culling Games by defeating Hajime Kashimo, not only one of the strongest players in the death game, but one of the most powerful sorcerers Kenjaku ever encountered in 1000 years. Currently in the story, he's fighting Urume, and we don't know what the results of that fight are, but this is why Hakari comes in at number 10. Coming in at number 9, we have Suguru Geto, before he was taken over by Kenjaku. He was originally a friend of Gojo and a student at Jujutsu High, but over time he was instilled a hatred of non-sorcerers, leading to an incident where he massacred over 100 civilians in one night. Suguru Geto was one of the 4 special grade sorcerers and was deemed the worst of all curse users due to the level of danger he presented to humanity. Suguru's curse technique allows him to control cursed spirits, which is one of the strongest abilities in the story. However, Geto is also a master of hand-to-hand combat. Most of his opponents assume he would fight like a Shikigami user, and allow his cursed spirits to attack for him. Suguru uses this misconception about his technique to his advantage, letting him surprise opponents with expert martial arts skills in hand-to-hand combat. However, during the night parade of 100 demons, he was beaten by Yuta in his attempt to steal Rika from him. He was then killed by Gojo, but we don't know what the last words Suguru said to him were. And thus, Geto comes in at number 9. Coming in at number 8, we have Suguru Geto Mark II, also known as Kenjaku. Kenjaku is an ancient curse user who has been around for over 1,000 years using his innate technique, which allows him to transplant his brain into other people to control them. Using this technique, he was able to make himself the head of the Kamo clan and also Yuji Itadori's mum, which, you know, whatever. Kenjaku has accumulated a wealth of jujitsu related knowledge and experience over the course of 1,000 years. He's also the only person considered to be able to match Tengen in barrier techniques. I'll specifically be referring to his strength in Suguru's body though. And you're probably wondering why he's at number 8, and it's because he was killed by Takaba and Yuta with basically no effort from either of them really. Takaba basically just got exactly what he wanted from Kenjaku and then Yuta killed him straight away. And I know when he did die that he passed on his will or whatever, but that was just a contingency for his death, it wasn't exactly his plan. He was able to beat Yuki using Geto's open domain. but I only think he won in that fight because Tengen's an idiot and I hate him. And I won't elaborate further. Also, his high battle IQ pretty much just comes down to luck every single time. But Kenjaku comes in at number 8, he had basically all the same abilities as Geto. He was just slightly more intelligent apparently. Still got killed like an idiot. I already know this list is gonna be a little controversial, but coming in at number 7, my favourite number, is Maki Zenin. Maki was born a non-sorcerer in one of the 3 big sorcerer families. Because of this, she was constantly mistreated and felt compelled to expel herself from the Zenin clan. Despite being born without any cursed energy, she aspires to be a great Jujutsu sorcerer just to spite her family. To be more concise, she was born with such little cursed energy that she couldn't even see cursed spirits without glasses imbued with cursed energy. And this is because she was born as a twin, which splits her cursed ability between 2 people, being her and her sister Mai. After Mai sacrificed herself, Maki gained the ability she would have had if she was born as one person. She became the second known person to develop the heavenly restriction behind Toji Fushiguro. Maki is completely undetectable to cursed energy users because of her heavenly restriction. This means she can sneak through barriers undetected and can sneak up on the strongest sorcerers with her immense speed and power. Explaining the heavenly restriction further, the minor amount of cursed energy Maki possessed was holding her back. In exchange for escaping from cursed energy completely, Maki was granted a body of steel with capabilities even beyond that of Yuji. Not only does Maki possess superhuman strength and speed, but Maki can also see inorganic matter and grab hold of normally imperceivable changes in air density and temperature. Maki also has a cursed tool called the Split Soul Katana. It possesses the ability to bypass any physical resistance to cut right through the soul of any target. And Maki's coming in at number 7 and you're just gonna have to deal with that. Moving on to number 6, we have another fan favourite, Yuta Rikotsu. Yuta is a second year at Jujutsu High and is considered a prodigy, and Gojo also thinks that he could potentially rival him in strength one day. He was training overseas in Africa with Miguel until after the Shibuya incident when he returned to Tokyo. Yuta is one of only 4 special grade sorcerers recognized by Jujutsu High. While being haunted by Rika's vengeful spirit, Yuta was immediately registered as a special grade sorcerer due to Rika's immense power. Yuta has incredible skill as a swordsman and wields a katana as his weapon of choice. His skills are perfectly balanced with his enhanced curse energy manipulation, allowing Yuta to wield a blade with superhuman physical prowess. He also has the ability to copy another curse user's technique, however we think this may be due to Rika. Regardless, he can still copy basically any ability, which makes him incredibly formidable. Yuta potentially has the largest cursed energy capacity in the series, exceeding that of even Gojo. While connected to Rika through his ring, Yuta can fully manifest the Queen of Curses. He can use her curse techniques and access her supply of curse energy to replenish his own. Rika can also store a wide range of curse tools and equip them to Yuta. Yuta can maintain a sustained connection with Rika and remain in this state for 5 minutes at a time. We saw him use this most recently to copy Kenjaku's curse technique. He then used Kenjaku's ability to take Gojo's body, allowing him to use the Six Eyes and the Limitless. This shows his versatility and his battle IQ. Yuta's domain expansion is also called True and Mutual Love. This allows him to use every technique he's ever copied alongside with the sure hit effect of a domain. However, within the barrier of his domain there are hundreds of katana that house the copied techniques. He doesn't know what technique he's going to copy with the sure hit effect whenever he grabs a katana, so the only downside to his domain is that hint of randomness. And that's why Yuta Rikotsu comes in at number 6. And coming in at number 5 we have Yuki Tsukumo. And I already know some people are going to have a problem with this, but just hear me out. You're probably wondering how I can have Kenjaku at number 8 who killed Yuki and Yuta at number 6 who killed Kenjaku. And she's not just at number 5 because she's my type of girl. That's not it at all. I think Yuki died against Kenjaku solely because of Tengen, and I blame him entirely and I loathe him. If Yuki just fought Kenjaku without Tengen's stupid plans getting in the way, I reckon Yuki would have killed him easily. She can literally control the density of mass of objects she comes into contact with, which is definitely one of the most powerful curse techniques within all of JJK. She also knew Geto's curse technique that Kenjaku was replicating really well, she just didn't know his domain. Yuki didn't use her domain because of Tengen. Her death was a tragedy and she deserved better. Yuki is one of the 4 special grade sorcerers recognized by Jujutsu High, but she's not aligned with them at all, so she doesn't take on any missions. Yuki's innate technique is called Star Rage. This ability allows her to grant virtual mass to herself and a Shikigami Garuda. The mass added to Yuki and Garuda's attack gives them devastating destructive force capable of effortlessly exercising a special grade curse. We also saw that Urume was absolutely no match for Yuki at all. Yuki ends up destroying herself by using her curse technique to turn herself into a black hole. She's the best girl and everything's Tengen's fault, and that's why Yuki comes in at number 5. And coming in at number 4, we have Yuji Itadori. And you're probably wondering why I have Yuji this high up as well, considering what some of the other sorcerers in the story have achieved. But I've always considered Yuji to be one of the strongest characters in the story just because his innate technique is that he won't die. And you're probably thinking to yourself, but he's died like 4 times, and that's exactly my point. No matter what happens or what the circumstances are, Yuji Itadori will never stay dead. Alongside with not staying dead, Yuji Itadori is also one of the most resilient characters in the series. He's always been capable of tanking insane amounts of damage throughout the series. In the latest chapters, he swapped souls with Yuta and Kusakabe and did switch training with both of them. This allowed him to grow a lot stronger in a very short period of time. Yuji also learned how to use blood manipulation curse techniques from Chozo. Alongside knowing blood manipulation, Yuji also learned how to use Sakuna's dismantle. Although Yuji's dismantle is a modernized version of Sakuna's and isn't considered to be as strong, he still has 2 innate curse techniques. Yuji has also honed his techniques to be able to manipulate and damage a person's soul as much as possible. He uses a binding vow in his version of dismantle, allowing him to most effectively attack the place between Sakuna's and Megami's soul, in essence splitting Sakuna's soul from Megami's body. Yuji in the latest chapters has also shown that he has the ability to use a domain expansion. He's the only person left capable of fighting Sakuna, and he also claims that he has the ability to kill him. And that makes Yuji Itadori number 4 on my list. And coming in at number 3, we have Toji Fushiguro, the first Gojo killer, the original Sakuna. And yeah, Toji on this list is a lot higher than Maki Zenin and a lot of other sorcerers. And this is because I think Toji possesses one key thing along with his heavenly restriction, and that is his cunning. He's got a very high battle IQ, but he's also just a bag of tricks. He showed in Gojo's past arc he knows exactly how to take advantage and exploit his enemy's weakness. While Toji is technically a non-cursed user with no innate talent for Jujutsu, he was one of the most elite fighters in the Jujutsu world when he was alive. With innate physical prowess far superior to all others in his path, Toji contended with the most dangerous and highly ranked Jujutsu practitioners this era has to offer. He was able to defeat the strongest Jujutsu sorcerers at the time without sustaining any injuries beyond a small cut around the ear. With a well laid out plan, he was able to beat both Suguru Geto and Gojo, until Gojo came back alive and did the whole entire hollow purple thing. But regardless, Toji takes my number 3 spot. Coming in at my number 2 spot, we all know who it's gonna be. Number 2 is Takaba. Not really, it's actually Gojo. Gojo is the last special grade sorcerer mentioned on this list and is widely recognized as the strongest in the world. He's just not recognized as the strongest on this list. Satoru is the pride of the Gojo clan, being the first person to inherit both Limitless and the Six Eyes in 400 years. Gojo earned the alias of the strongest in the world due to the vast amount of cursed energy he possesses. He has enough cursed energy to use a domain expansion at least 5 times in one day, while most sorcerers can only use it once. Gojo has excellent control over his cursed energy, capable of activating his domain in a split second. He can use reverse curse technique and even combines positive and negative cursed energy. At the base level, Limitless is an innate technique which is derived from the Gojo family. This technique grants its users nigh absolute control over space through cursed energy manipulation at an atomic level, resulting in multiple subsequent results and techniques within the overall ability. One of Gojo's strongest techniques is Hollow Purple, an advanced technique that collides the lapse and reversal of Limitless, resulting in an imaginary mass that is launched at the target to deal destructive damage. Gojo's domain expansion is called Unlimited Void. It creates a metaphysical space that causes the victim to receive all kinds of stimuli and information endlessly, restraining their thought process and their actions. Gojo also developed the ability while fighting Sakuna to heal his burnt out cursed energy. Despite it taking Maharaga to adapt to Limitless to beat Gojo, Sakuna still killed him, so Gojo takes my number 2 spot. As I said at the start of the video, I had some honourable mentions, who are Todo, Megami and Kashimo, and no, I won't elaborate on any of that. And taking the number 1 spot, obviously we have Sakuna. He's beaten pretty much every single sorcerer that was alive at the end of the Colin games. He's a veritable Deus Ex Machina that seems to just be able to do whatever he wants whenever he wants. And yeah, that's it, Sakuna's number 1. Like, comment and subscribe. I don't know how to end a video, so goodbye.